I mean, seeing Donald Trump get up after getting shot in the face and pump his fist in the air with the American flag, one of the most badass things I've ever seen in my life.
Did Zuckerberg get red pill? Ladies and gentlemen, ladies, let me ask you one question. Do you believe in the pro-life movement? Do you believe in the unborn? Do you believe in supporting women to make a real choice, and that's the choice to give life? If you do, I got something for you. I got a blessing for you to bless somebody else. I have a campaign going right now with Save the Storks. We've raised $10,000. Our goal is to get to 150. I know for a fact that we're going to get there with your help. The goal is to get a medical mobile clinic. And on that medical mobile clinic, young women get resources that they need. They can get an ultrasound. And we know that when a woman gets an ultrasound and she see the baby, she hear the baby, she hear that heartbeat, she chooses life. So I want you to start right now at $35 or more a month. My family gives $100 a month. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that God has blessed you to give. I'm not shaming nobody. You can give what you want in this box right here. But if you got $35 to give, I want to start there. You'll get an incredible Tatum Stork Angel shirt, or Tatum Bus Angel shirt that goes along with your donation, absolutely free. All you have to do is click this $35 link, commit to donating every month, and we're going to get to this goal. If you need a little more explanation about the Save the Storks medical mobile clinic, you can look at my video presentation where I actually get on the bus and explain exactly what the bus looks like and what we are going to do right here in Arizona. I know that you're going to be a blessing. Let's do this thing. Let's make it happen. And link is in the description section. Link is in the description section. Hit the link, donate today. Like this video, like this video, like this video, like this video. Make sure you drop a comment in the comment section. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, I was shocked when I saw this interview with Zuckerberg and this young lady. Now, full disclosure, I didn't watch the full interview. I don't have time to watch all these things, but I just know that this part that he spoke in was kind of sort of revelatory, right? Some of the things that I have put together with Mark Zuckerberg, and based on his behavior, based on the people he's been hanging out with, based on his stances on a few things, based on the way he dressed and stuff. I know it sounds crazy, but like I saw him at the UFC fight and I'm like, he hanging out with Dana White, who's the biggest Trump supporter on planet Earth. He's hanging out with a bunch of UFC people. You know, he's doing jiu-jitsu. He's challenging Elon Musk to a fight. I don't know if it was his challenge or not, but people were saying that they were going to get into a fight. He seems like he's going down the path to conservatism. And I'll say this, when you get older, you become wiser, you start to become more conservative. Now, I met him and his wife at the UFC fight. I didn't even speak to his wife, but I don't need to talk to people's wives and stuff. And I don't know her, but I met him there, brief conversation with him. When I say conversation, I was like, what's up, man? And I took a picture. I ain't talked to him a lot because I didn't know if he was going to be weird or not. But I will say this, I did think of one thing, and I know y'all going to get mad at me over this. I despise the things that he did on Facebook. I despise the things that he did in 2020. I think it was shameful of him shadow banning conservatives. Supporting Joe Biden was insane. But I will say this, regardless of some of the things he's done, the dude is the epitome of the American dream in part. And what do you mean by that? A kid in a dorm room, you got to think I seen him in the flesh. I'm like, this little dude, how this dude worth $200 billion. This little dude ain't nothing. It's because in America, you and your buddies in a dorm room can put together an idea to create Facebook, and then it ended up being a multi-billion-dollar company, and it changes your life forever. The guy had to have some type of intelligence, some grit, and I'm a business owner. To put all that together as a young man, it's pretty incredible. Too bad he went off the wrong end of it, but I do think he's recovering. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm telling you guys, I think he's gonna vote for Donald Trump. He can't say it publicly yet because obviously he's still Mark Zuckerberg. I think later he will come out and say he is. He'd probably lose every friend on planet Earth that he ever had if he said he's gonna support Trump. But just watching him hang out with Dana and them and some of the things that he's been doing and listen to what he say right here, y'all, I think he's waking up. I cannot wait till the day that he come out and say he's a conservative. I can't wait till that day. I think it's going to happen. And I know y'all hate him, and I don't like the things that he did in the past. Let me be very clear, because somebody's going to say, Brandon Tatum like Zuckerberg now. It's that there's things that I admired about him, and there's some things that I think that he's a complete turd, but I do think he's turning it around. Roll the clip.
I've done some stuff personally in the past. I'm not planning on doing that this time. And that includes...
Now, that's what conservatives are saying, for the most part, that he's saying about the Zucker boxes and shadow banning people on Facebook. I don't know if that's exactly what he's saying, but a lot of people think that's what he's saying he's not going to do again in this election, which thank God, because it was probably the reason why Biden got elected.
I've done some stuff personally in the past. I'm not planning on doing that this time. And that includes, not endorsing either of the candidates. Now, look, there's obviously a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world. The historic events over over the weekend. And on a personal note, it's, seeing Donald Trump get.
What's wrong with his shoe, bro? I was looking at that. I thought this was. I was like, what's wrong with his shoe? Why is his shoe tilting to the left? It's a crazy. I know y'all get distracted by that, but look, why is his shoe? Why he got his shoe cocked to the left like that? Let me let him finish.
A lot of crazy stuff going on in the world. The historic events over over the weekend. And on a personal note, it's, seeing Donald Trump get up after getting shot in the face and pump his fist in the air with the American flag is one of the most badass things I've ever seen in my life. But look, it's, and I think, look, it's, at some level as an American, it's like hard to not get kind of emotional about that spirit and that fight. And I think that's why a lot of people like the guy.
Now, that little excerpt, 4 years ago, no one in their right mind as a leftist, a Democrat would ever say that, even if they believed it. They would never have said that. Zuckerberg would have never said, I think Donald Trump is an amazing guy. I'm just not voting for him. They couldn't even say that Donald Trump had any good qualities. But for Zuckerberg, like I said, to be hanging out with Dana White and all of this in that crowd of people, when I went to that fight, I think what's his name was there? David Goggins was there. It was a bunch of alpha males there. And to see him, Mike Tyson was there. He wasn't as friendly as Zuckerberg was, but Mike Tyson was there. There's a couple other people there. And then, like, this, when you're in that environment around that much alpha energy, how could you wouldn't want to be there if you didn't somehow have a connection with that environment. Now, I know that Zuckerberg does, some jujitsu and different things like that. I think he fought with Joe Rogan. Like sparred and trained with Joe Rogan, I think. I'm not sure, but I thought I saw a picture of them. So, maybe he's waking up. I feel like Joe Rogan is changing. Dana White has always been down from the beginning. But I feel like a lot of people are waking up and changing. They're starting to see it. They're starting to see it for what it is. I'm telling you, I think Joe Biden had to take that crap, man, in his pamper for people to realize and say, oh, crap, this ain't what I thought it was. Like, they fooled everybody. They made Trump out to be the villain. We had and all that stuff going on when Trump was in office. And they feared everybody into believing, oh, everything is going to hell. We need some type of normalcy, right? All the riots in 2020 and all this old crazy stuff, we need some normalcy. Biden is a normal person. Normalcy will be at hand, and he's a moderate. So he's going to be able to recover and restore America. Give him a try. Get Trump out of there. Stuff is going too crazy. Even if you like Trump or not, it's too much polarization going on with Trump. Let's get this guy in here. And they trick people. And everybody was, I'm voting for Biden. Not because they like Biden, because they hated Trump and they were tricked into the normalcy plot. But then when it hit the fan, it's almost like that guy, this is a hypothetical situation, or at least a made-up scenario. It's almost like the guy that has a good woman, and then he cheats because he think the grass is greener on the other side. He think this woman ain't gonna argue with him. This woman is perfect. This woman ain't, she's so nice and sweet, and he get over there and she crazy because there was artificial grass. He didn't see her real self. He saw a false representation of what she was trying to present to him so she can win him over. And then the guy get over there after cheating on his wife or his girlfriend or whatever, and he over here and realize, oh shoot, it's worse over here than over there. At least my wife loved me. At least she actually cared. Then you start thinking about all the stuff that she did right, and you're like, what was I thinking? You got tricked, buddy. And now he want to go back to his wife. Now he going back and saying, please take me back. I was wrong. She wasn't who I thought she was. I realized when I was with her that she don't brush her teeth every day, and her hygienes are bad, and her toes look like Forrest Gump's toes, and she can't cook, and her parents hate me, and she got terrible manners at a restaurant. She throws fits and goes off, and she's personality disorders. Sorry, baby, can I have your back? You weren't perfect, but you did a great job being a good wife or a good girlfriend or whatever people be doing these days. That's exactly what the Trump-Biden dynamic reminds me of. And so now you know that the grass wasn't greener. Get your butt out there to vote for Trump. I'm out.